Hi, it's Shiraza Jovan with Hip Hop and Enterprise, our podcast aimed at inspiring the leaders of tomorrow, brought to you by Black Enterprise. Here, we like to delve into the success stories of today's tastemakers to encourage those who dare to dream big. Today's episode is taking you inside season 7 of Bravo's hit series, The Real Housewives of Potomac, with none other than the professor, political analyst, entrepreneur, and show star herself, Miss Wendy Osefo. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited, ready for this new season.
You should be. It is spicy.
Oh, okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yes.
how spicy are we talking?
I have said this, and I'll say it again. I honestly think this is legit our best season because it has so much going on, so many twists and turns. And because of that, I think that the viewers will be constantly entertained, not just one off, but constantly entertained.
We were constantly entertained in season 6.
I was too, Chad.
What would you say are some central themes that we'll take away from season 7?
I think you guys will start to realize that when it comes to friendship and when it comes to gossip, no one is off limits. You will see friendships end, you will see friendships start, and you will also realize that when it comes to rumors, there is one common denominator and one person.
Okay. You just you said everything without saying anything, and that's why you just get paid to do what you do. So now we are, for us early fans, we are seeing the return of Sharice Jackson Jordan and a new friend of the show, Jacqueline Blake. What was it like filming with the new and returning faces?
Oh, I enjoyed filming with Sharice. I think that whenever you add another individual into the equation, even though she's been there prior, but just our dynamic has changed since Sharice was there. Now for her to come into this new set, it's really one of those things that she shakes it up. She changes the equilibrium, she changes the climate in a good way. She spices it up. And I think Jacqueline is very, very vocal. And you guys will see that you don't have to wait to see Jacqueline, meaning she is vocal from the moment you see her. And that level of being vocal and using her voice does not stop. It continues throughout the entire season.
And for yourself, I mean, you've done a good job at navigating, feuds and maintaining your integrity. But was there anyone who kind of tempted you and tested you to the limit this season?
Yes. I think for me, I'm okay. I'm an orator by nature. I'm a commentator. I am a professor. These are things I do. So when it comes to the English language and using my vernacular, that is something that I have no qualms doing, and I can talk anyone under the table. However, I believe that once individuals have realized that that's my strong suit and they can't keep up, they resort to other tactics, i.e., throwing drinks, because I'm very good at my words. I can keep my composure. I can deliver my message in the calmest of ways. And I think that you guys will see this season that gets under people's skin, that I don't need to get riled up to deliver. And so when they have realized that they cannot irritate my spirit, they decide to physically attack. And at that moment, I was like, is this individual worth everything I have worked hard for?
Right.
Yeah.
With that, drink toss that we saw in the teaser trailer, I saw debates that got mustered up, particularly even after, well, fans are always the ones to drive up the conversation, but they brought up the point that Mia throwing the drink, a lot of people were like, initially, oh, here for it, can't wait. However, when you look at past occurrences where a darker skinned housewife might do something a bit aggressive, it's met with, oh, she needs to go. What, this isn't the place for that. Is that anything that you have any thoughts towards, or do you think that it's just fans digging too deep into colorism issues?
I think that everyone should be held accountable, right? I think that we all should be held accountable regardless of whom the individual is. There's a term for that. It's called moving the goalposts. Depending on who does it, then we will decide whether or not it's morally good or morally bad. And so as we approach season 7, I just want everyone to know where they stand on physical assault. And regardless of who does it, if your stance changes, then that tells you everything you need to know. Because at the end of the day, we all have had our issues. We all use our words to the best that we can to communicate how we feel and our emotions. However, if it's something that it turns into an environment and a climate where we no longer are asked to use our words, but instead result to throwing things in each other's faces, then I think that that definitely changes the tone and tenor of Potomac and what we stand for.
Yes. And you're crushing it on one of the more popular franchises within the Real Housewives franchises while working as a professor, as a political analyst. How have you found navigating your career while being on a reality show that is known for its drama?
Yeah. So I think with anything that you do, you have to remain true to yourself. And who I am is I'm a professor. I currently teach 3 courses right now. I just had a meeting with a student before I jumped on this interview with you. I'm a commentator. I am a keynote speaker. I just did all weekend of the Congressional Black Caucus here in Washington, D.C., doing different events. So that is who I am. But I also have moments where I'm not working. So that's what viewers have to understand, is that those things are my jobs. And all of us, every single one of us who has a career, we eventually clock out, right? Like we're not working 24/7. So the cameras are able to show you what my life is like when I'm not doing those things. So I think it brings a different dynamic to not just RHOP, but the entire Bravo universe, that yes, you can have individuals who have burgeoning careers, who are successful in their careers, but they're still human beings. And that's what I am. I'm not perfect. Even with the degrees and the accolades, I'm still an imperfect human being. And I think that it's beautiful for us to show that some of the people in society that we put on this different level, so to speak, like, oh, you're a professor. Yeah, I'm a professor, but I'll still curse you out.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important to show that we're not all one way. We're not monolithic in any way.
Right. And it goes into my next question. As a woman, uh, oftentimes society kind of puts these pressures on us of how we represent all sides and all facets of ourselves. And I've seen that in your storyline, particularly where, you're proud of your 4 degrees.
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. But at the same time, you embrace your femininity, your sexuality, and owning that. What do you think that what your storyline has brought to the show, and when it comes to the conversations around society's pressures on women representing all facets of themselves?
It's interesting because I I don't know whether we as a society don't like it. But truth is, people are multi hyphenates. I am a multi hyphenate. I can occupy multiple spaces at the same time. I can be a talking head during the election season and give you all that you need to know about why our voices matter. But in the same token, I embrace my femininity, my sexuality in the ways in which I define it. And it's okay. It's okay to be able to teach the next level of doctorate students and still get a mommy makeover. One does not negate the other, and one does not come before the other. And that's really important. And last season, when I was going through all of that, I had so many women who are in different careers in their field say, thank you. Thank you for showing that we can occupy multiple spaces, because society doesn't want us to. Society wants you to be pretty and not smart, or smart and not pretty. And that is not fair, because men are not held to the same standards. Men are not held to the standards of not occupying multiple spaces, but for some reason women are. For instance, there's always this debate about moms and what can moms wear. Just because I'm a mom, that did not stop me from enjoying how I express myself through my clothes. So it's really important for us to have these conversations. And I'm such a champion of it because, yes, I have 3 kids, but I also have a daughter. And I want my daughter to know that no matter what she does in life, she does not have to do it singularly. She can occupy multiple spaces, and that is okay.
Come on, Mama. Oh, yes. Now, each season, one of my favorite things with watching even Potomac, but all of the Housewives, I love seeing the business endeavors that the women are working towards. And each season, we get to see the different projects. Last season, we saw the candle war and battle between the 2 wicks and the 3 wicks.
Mhm.
Are there any projects that you're sharing this season that we're going to get a chance to see?
Well, this season, you guys will really get to peel back a layer of me doing everything at the same time. I am still the CEO of Onyi Home Essentials, which is doing amazingly well with our candles. You guys will see me writing my book, my memoir, which is now available, Tears of My Mother, The Legacy of My Nigerian Upbringing. And then you guys will see me introduce a new project that I am truly excited about. And I would love to hear feedback from viewers on what they think about that, because it's adding another hat to the fire, so to speak, of what I want to do. I believe that you can chase your dreams and you could do more than one thing at the same time. It's okay. We only have one life and we are not guaranteed to be here forever. And why not try different things and different ventures and see what not only is successful, but what you love? That's part of finding your passion and your purpose. What is it that you can put yourself into and you say to yourself, this doesn't feel like work? That's your purpose. When it's no longer work, that is your purpose. And I myself am on that journey and I'm interested to find out what it is.
Okay, Wendy, you're such a light. Thank you so much. Just my last question.
Mhm.
Who's going to surprise us most this season?
Woo! I think it may be Robin.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
wasn't expecting that.
I know. Yeah, I think she will.
In a good way or a bad way?
Child, y'all tell me.
All right. I know I got till Sunday. Okay, I can wait.